Welcome to a deep dive into the potential impacts of a second Trump presidency on the U.S. economy, based on insights from Stephen Ratner, a former counselor to the Treasury Secretary in the Obama administration. As we journey through this discourse, let's focus on Trump's populist and isolationist economic policies. These policies, though popular among some, carry potential dangers that could ripple through our economy. For instance, further trade wars could destabilize international relations and disrupt economic growth. The repercussions of such policies are far-reaching, with the potential to affect not just the U.S., but the global economic landscape. Then there's the issue of tax cuts. While they may appear beneficial on the surface, especially for the wealthy, they can also widen the inequality gap. This could lead to social unrest and economic instability, posing risks to our democracy and the principles upon which it stands. Another point of concern is reduced legal immigration. While it might seem like a measure to protect jobs for American citizens, it could actually stifle innovation and economic progress. After all, immigrants have historically been a driving force behind many of the nation's most successful businesses and technological advancements. Let's not forget about the neglect of clean energy initiatives. As the world grapples with climate change, turning a blind eye to renewable energy sources could not only harm the environment, but also put the U.S. behind in the global race towards a sustainable future. Ratner warns us that Trump's approach could harm the economy and erode democratic values. It's a stark reminder that economic policies are not just about dollars and cents, but also about the kind of society we want to live in and the future we want to build. So the question is, are we ready to face the potential economic consequences of these policies? Now, let's turn our attention to the environment. How has Trump's presidency influenced the fight against climate change? In a significant shift from the previous administration, Trump's presidency saw a weakening of environmental regulations. The focus was on empowering industries, particularly fossil fuels, often at the expense of the environment. This rollback of environmental protections has been viewed by many as a setback in the global fight against climate change. Under Trump's leadership, numerous regulations designed to limit harmful emissions and protect natural resources were dismantled. This approach aimed to boost economic growth, but the possible long-term consequences to our planet could be severe. The environment's ability to recover from these changes may be compromised, leaving a lasting impact for generations to come. The Trump era also saw a rise in extreme weather events and record-breaking global temperatures. While it's impossible to attribute these exclusively to policy changes, many experts warn that the dismissal of climate science and the weakening of regulations likely contributed to these worrying trends. The potential long-term effects of Trump's regulatory rollbacks are alarming. We're talking about accelerated global warming, more extreme weather events, and a more unpredictable climate. These changes could disrupt ecosystems, economies, and lives on a scale we've never seen before. But it's not all grim. Recent climate legislation included in a stimulus package signed by Trump could help offset some of the environmental damage caused by his policies. However, the full impact of these measures remains to be seen. Clearly, the environmental implications of Trump's presidency are projected to be far-reaching and long-lasting. It will be up to future administrations and global cooperation to mitigate these effects and steer us back on a path towards a healthier planet. In the wake of recent events, there's been talk of a second impeachment for President Trump. What might this mean for the future of American democracy? The potential effects of a second impeachment are vast and varied. At its core, it's about restoring the rule of law and upholding the principles upon which our nation was built. It's a bid to reinforce the message that no one, not even the president, is above the law. In such a scenario, we could see the implementation of a transitional justice process. This would involve setting up commissions to investigate actions taken during the Trump administration, with the aim of identifying any wrongdoings and recommending possible indictments. The role of the Senate in this process cannot be overstated. With incoming Majority Leader Chuck Schumer at the helm, important decisions lie ahead regarding the structure and timing of the impeachment trial. The stances of Republican senators will also be crucial, with leaders like Mitch McConnell potentially influencing the GOP's direction. Yet individual senators may vote based on their own considerations, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. And then there's the elephant in the room, the potential impact of the trial on the early days of President-elect Joe Biden's term. There's a delicate balance to strike between holding the previous administration accountable and moving forward with the new administration's agenda. This could prove to be a tightrope walk for both Democrats and Republicans alike as they navigate the complexities of this unprecedented situation. As we can see, the ramifications of a second impeachment are just beginning to unfold. It's a complex situation, and the outcome could greatly influence the future of American democracy. In this video, we've explored some of the potential impacts of a second Trump presidency on the economy, the environment, and the future of American democracy. We've delved into the potential economic repercussions, including possible trade wars and tax cuts for the affluent. We've also looked at the long-term effects of his environmental policies, which may contribute to accelerated global warming. Lastly, we've discussed the unfolding ramifications of his second impeachment and how it could shape American democracy. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses on current events. Until next time, keep asking questions and staying informed.